Hello everybody, my name is Xaphan and welcome back to some more Everlasting Summer. In the last episode, I found out I was gay. Yes, I wanted electronics so hard. Yes, I did. Fuck. His saucy, muscular, pale body. Anyway, we're still looking for Shurik. Don't know where the hell he is. But we ended up going into the infirmary, and now Lena stood at the door.
The nurse isn't here? Then I'll come back later.
I'm substituting for her. Since I'm responsible for pioneers' lives, I should do it with full responsibility. Although, in fact, I was just afraid of something bad happening because of me. Any health complaints? I tried to give Lena the most professional smile I could in order not to confuse her.
Nothing special. Just a little headache.
Let's do this. Some painkillers, maybe? Of course, I wasn't aware where to find required medicines, so it took me a while to find them. Finally! I handed a metamazole tablet to Lena.
Thanks.
She smiled. That was completely unexpected, and I lost touch with reality, staring at her. I do that all the time, but just staring at my cats.
What?
Lena turned awkward in an instant. Listen, I've been wondering. Do you like this? I don't know what got into me, but I grabbed the magazine from the table and showed her that picture of a skirt and cardigan, which would really suit Lena in my opinion. Maybe I went completely nuts, thinking about all the girls being in my world. Or maybe I wanted to distract myself instead of just waiting for the nurse to come back. Lena looked at the picture.
Yeah, I guess.
Is stuff like this in fashion?
I guess.
She got confused and started to blush.
Why do you ask?
Really? Why? I think you'd look gorgeous in it. Be very nice to the females. Respect women.
Thank you.
It's alright, I'm just being completely honest. We were quiet for some time. How's your headache?
Much better, thank you.
She smiled.
I'll be off.
Good luck. Don't get a headache now. Lena went out and I continued to look through the magazine. Time went by, and after a while somebody knocked at the door again. Seems like that the infirmary is the most popular place to go. Suddenly I decided to roleplay nurse. Just a male version. And said, "Come in!" Fuck me, is this one? Why is she here? The door opened and Olyana entered the room. Wow, did I miss the moment when you decided to start knocking? Anything wrong with me knocking? She frowned. Where does it hurt? Why on earth would I tell you? Where's the nurse? Right in front of you. I imposingly crossed my legs and looked questioningly at her. I'd better go. It'd be better to die than be treated by you. She smiled mischievously. You didn't even let me try. Olyana thought for a moment. Though you could give me some pills. What's bothering you? It took her some time to reply. A heavy stomach. Sure it's not an empty head? I muttered under my breath. What did you say? I don't know why I'm giving her a creepy granny voice. Nothing, give me a second. I found the pills in the first drawer I opened. Thank you, doctor. She smiled cheerfully. Watching Olyana, I could not imagine how such an optimistic and active child could have any health problems. Overdose of stolen candies, right? Or got food poisoning from the canteens. Stolen candies. She gave me a baleful look. No, I left everything for you. Alright, you bitch, get out. Olyana ran out of the infirmary and slammed the door, hogging down some pills. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Oh well, she sucks anyway. Again, I went back to studying Soviet fashion trends. Time passed, but the nurse was still absent. I wasn't searching for sure. Wasn't looking for any clues concerning my situation. I was just sitting and flipping through a magazine. Just for a moment, I felt quite satisfied with this situation. So far, everything that has happened here could be seen as just a trip to a summer camp, and if nothing changes anytime soon, then I can start worrying. Again, somebody knocked on the door. Did I miss the outbreak of an epidemic? Hey, it's my wife, mine, it's my wife. Slavia was standing at the doorway.
Oh, hi! Isn't the nurse here?
Hi, no, she's not here. I'm taking over for today.
Great! I need a pap smear. I'd like...
She hesitated. What?
By the way, Semyon.
Slavia said, looked intently at me. What?
It seems like I lost my keys. Have you seen them anywhere?
Sure I have. Yes, here, I found them near the canteen yesterday. I wanted to return them to you, but forgot about it. Oh yeah, that's right. I was really bad at lying. My cheeks were red, my eyes were wandering around, and hands were constantly shaking. Here. I was already preparing myself for an appropriate scolding, but Slavia only took the keys and said,
Thanks.
So what have you come for? I really needed to change the subject. Does anything hurt?
No, it's nothing.
Strange. I wouldn't even think that such an open person like Slavia would keep something quiet. If there's something bothering you, tell me, boy! That's why I'm here, to treat people. I smiled widely.
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Hearing that made anything possible, even division by 0. So, how can I help you?
You? I guess you can't.
She smiled and was going to leave, but suddenly stopped.
However, could you step out for a minute?
Why not? Okay. I stepped out of the infirmary and leaned against the wall. I wonder what might she be doing, something that I can't even see. After a minute, the door opened and Slavia came out. She was carrying a small bundle. Ask about the bundle, I want to know. What is it?
Nothing! No, nothing at all. It's not drugs.
She blushed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think it was, monthly stuff, maybe. Slavia ran away. Seems like I shouldn't have asked. Okay, fair enough. I looked at the time. It was getting late. I'd read the magazine backwards and forwards, but the nurse still wasn't here. Ah, fuck me! Jesus Christ! Suddenly the door burst open and Alyssa rushed inside. She looked at me piercingly. What are you doing here? Sitting. I admitted honestly. Okay then. It's even better without the nurse, she murmured. Are you sick? I asked acidly. Alyssa didn't answer and came closer to me. Move over! Why? So I can open the drawer. Isn't it obvious? What for? She got angry. None of your business! Well, I'm kinda in charge here. She gave it a moment's thought. Then give me some activated carbon. Stomachache? Yeah. She grinned sharply. I got the feeling that there was something wrong here. We'll give it to her, whatever. But you never know. What if she really has an ache? Okay. Let's see. I reached into the drawer and got out a packet of activated carbon. Thanks! She wrestled it from my hand and ran away. Okay, that was odd. It was 15 minutes till dinner and the nurse still wasn't back. I guess just leaving the place like this won't do. She asked me to look after it after all. And who knows what might happen if I leave. Though who would want to steal anything from here except for Alyssa stealing activated carbon? I opened the magazine again and began flipping through it for the 9th time. The fashions of the 80s weren't that fun anymore. Yawning got me several times. It was already 6 o'clock, so dinner has already started. Of course, I had to be on the watch till the end, but my stomach seemed to have its own opinions. I stood up and steadily headed to the exit. A rustling sound came from behind the door. Could it be someone else who got poisoned, broke their arm, or even worse? I sighed heavily and pulled the doorknob. However, there was no one out there. It seems it was just my imagination. I returned inside and instantly noticed that something had changed in the infirmary. To be precise, an apple had appeared on the table. But where from? Fruits can't just materialize from thin air by themselves, can they? Though, in this camp, anything is possible. Chances are someone just brought it here. Maybe Lena wanted to thank me, given that she's all shy and... But wait! How could she just slip past me like that? Lena wouldn't climb through the window after all. So they must be someone else. I was suddenly overwhelmed by fear. What if the apple's poisoned? Though why would someone complicate things when I'm here totally helpless and can be killed way more easily? Or it might be the apple which Eve tasted in the Garden of Eden? In that case, I certainly shouldn't eat it! The same second, my stomach reminded me it was there by grumbling traitorously. However, it would take time to close the infirmary, to reach the canteen, and to get food. My stomach is about to eat itself. There's nothing wrong, I guess. Once again, I tried to remember if this apple was here before. In the end, it must have appeared from somewhere. Maybe it got here through the window. The shutter was slightly open, so someone must have reached in and put it there. Nothing serious, however. Oh, the shaped apple! Fucking hell, anime's really good at doing that, just over... What is it? What is it? Over-explaining things, that's it. Finally, hunger prevailed, and I started chewing on the ripe green apple with gusto. It tastes... seemed normal. Though I don't think that even the strongest poison can be tasted. But it's too late to think about that. It's time to go for dinner. Hey! It's electronic! Damn! Oh, my heart! And my erection! Oh wait, no, it was just my erection, not my heart. Along the way I ran into electronic. How's it going? Did you find Shurik? No, brah, still no sign of him, but there's a sign of my rock-hard abs if you want to have a look at them, brah. Don't worry, we'll find him. I tried to cheer him up. Too much time has passed, brah. I'll just keep on searching. What about dinner? No, finding Shurik is more important, brah. He muttered thoughtfully. I left him at the crossroads and wished him good luck. Pioneers crowded in the doorway. I quickened my pace, trying not to be the last one in line, at least for today. Oh! Oh my god, here we go again! Yeah, it's happening again! Oh man, I'm so tired! And I was lucky in the far corner was an absolutely empty table. I took my dinner quickly and sat at the table. Tonight's dinner consisted of fruit soup and a pair of buns. That's a different, yep. If you guys didn't think of that differently, then I'm sorry, you're too young. This set surprised me at first, but the taste was actually nice. I concentrated on eating.
Lena, let's go here, look, 3 free chairs!
Lena and Miku stood in front of me.
Are these taken?
Wondered Lena. No, take a seat, apparently. Of course, I wish she were alone.
Thank you.
Oh, fuck me, that's another one. As soon as Lena said that, Xenia jumped out from behind her back. I'll sit here. There are no places left. God, I'm spitting out everywhere like a spitty boy. She said, putting her tray on the table and sitting down, not even waiting for my answer. Sure, make yourself at home, I muttered sorrowfully. What? Nothing. To tell the truth, I wanted to reduce the whole company to just Lena. Though neither Miku nor Xenia were causing much trouble. Except one was too talkative and the other was too arrogant. Nevertheless, they were absolutely harmless, especially comparing to some others I could name.
Oh, it seems like I forgot my key. Don't worry, take mine. Like, oh my god, sister, you're like, oh my god, so pretty, and everything.
I was surprised by Miku's short reply. Do you live together?
Of course, didn't you know? Together, our cabin is the rearmost. I mean, the farthest from here. I mean, the last one.
I wouldn't have been surprised if somebody told me that Lena lived with Slavia. Or with Xenia at worst. even electronic. But silent and shy Lena and excessively talkative Miku as a pair? That's really a surprise.
Did you find Shurik?
It's strange that Xenia is disturbed by someone's problems. No.
Surely he is at the village buying cigarettes. Or vodka.
She snorted. Village? At that moment, the conversation just got more interesting.
Got a problem with villages?
Xenia looked amazed. You mean there is a village nearby?
I think so,
she said uncertainly. I looked at Lena and Miku, but they were busy with their meals and did not pay attention to our conversation. You mean you don't know exactly?
Why should I care?
Xenia stared at her dish. But there must be something nearby.
Listen.
Listening?
I don't know. Will you let me eat?
Seems like I won't get anything from her. Though there is a chance that she really doesn't know. The remaining time spent listening to Miku talking about some nonsense, I was just going slowly mad in silence.
Oh, well, I mean, she's not bad, I guess.
Yes, I'm taking that route. She's not bad. Obviously, the first thing I did after getting out after that was inhale a great breath of fresh air. The sun was setting. I decided to take a walk. It was highly unlikely that I will find anything more exciting to do for the rest of the evening. That way something interesting could arise quite unexpectedly. Holy shit! I was approaching the square when I heard a loud bang. It seemed like something had exploded. I was paralyzed. I'm in a hostile environment, not knowing the rules and laws of this place. It would be better for me to run. But at the same time, I was curious. Probably I would have just kept standing there, but someone grabbed my hand. It was Olga.
Why are you standing here?
Wait.
Let's go and see what happened.
I fucking forgot the voice I gave her. Can you ever manage without me? I begged her pitifully.
It shouldn't be anything serious. I hope.
When we came to the square, there was already a crowd of pioneers. Olga vigorously pushed through the crowd and approached the crime scene. Obviously, someone had tried to blow up Genda. But the attackers failed. The monument was still standing upright. There was only dim ash traces on the pedestal.
Well, who did this?
She looked over the crowd of pioneers. Surely it wasn't done by an organized terrorist organization. These guys all came here just to look at what happened. I noticed Oyana and Alyssa in the crowd, and it looks like our camp leader noticed them too.
You two, come here.
They approached reluctantly.
Why always me? If you think so, show me your hands. What's wrong with them?
I looked closer and saw they were smeared with black.
Now it's clear. What did you make a bomb with?
The junior terrorist seemed to hesitate over whether or not to confess, but then blurted out proudly.
Activated carbon, saltpeter, and sulfur. Why exactly the monument? What did this honored man ever do to you, the fighter for the rights of... Besides, he gave me the activated carbon.
She pointed at me with her finger. The whole square stared at me. Thoughts about the pointlessness of this act due to the small bomb size left me at that very moment. She stole it. I did nothing.
Even if he gave it to you, I'm sure that Semyon would never take part in such a disgusting antisocial act.
Yeah, exactly, I agreed. I could hardly imagine how long she would have kept on scolding Alyssa if Electronic hadn't popped out at that very moment shouting, I found it, brah! Everyone turns towards him. He held a boot in his hand. Here! Electronic boastfully shook it over his head. It's Shurik's boot, brah!
Okay, calm down. Tell us in detail where you found it.
In the forest, on the way to the old camp. Whispers ran among the pioneers. Old camp, old camp, old camp, old camp.
Are you sure?
Absolutely, bro. Oh my god, I right-clicked, bro. I'm so sorry. What's so special about this old camp? I joined in the conversation.
It's nothing special, really,
she stammered. One of the Sovyanux legends tells the story of a young camp leader's ghost living there. She fell in love with a pioneer, but he rejected her, and so she killed herself. She committed harakiri with a kitchen knife. Next day, that boy was hit by a bus. Oyana ran out of the crowd. Bus? I refrained from asking about the route number. But science doesn't acknowledge the existence of ghosts, so we have nothing to be afraid of.
Anyway, somebody should go there.
Suddenly, the crowd started to thin out.
Olga, it's almost night. Maybe tomorrow?
I turned around and saw Slavia and Lena, and this music is pumping, and it's very dramatic. Everything's going on, man. This is so great.
What if at night? What if at night? What if at night something happens to him? No, today. Right now.
By the way, where is this place? Electronic roughly described to me the directions and told me the story of the old camp. The camp leader looked at me attentively. If you think that
You're the only man here.
I looked around the area. Of course, Electronic was quick to flee. I still didn't want to walk in the woods alone. If you asked me, I would go with Alyssa, Slavia, Olyana, Lena. Slavia! Will she agree? I looked at Slavia. She paid no attention to me. Looks like it's not my day. Am I going there alone? Olga looked thoughtful.
Perhaps you're right. We'll go together tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. We stood in silence for some time, then dispersed around the camp. Everybody seemingly forgot about Alyssa and her terrorist act. Together with the camp leader, I went towards our cabin. I tried to think of why Shurik would go to the old camp. He is interested in robotics and cybernetics, not scary stories and ghosts. What does that boot have to do with that it? Okay, I can't read. I remember how I decided to wait until something extraordinary would happen. And then I realized, this is it. Olga, I think I'll take a walk before bed.
Just not a long one.
Okay. When I reached the square, I understood that hanging around the forest or some other strange place may not be that scary. But doing so in the dark? I didn't want to return to Olga's cabin, but I had to find a flashlight. For instance, there was one in the infirmary. I was glad I didn't spend my whole time there reading the fashion magazine. Oh, going to the infirmary, are we? The flashlight was found quickly, and in a few minutes, my throat was dry and I needed to cough. And then I needed a drink of Mountain Dew. Oh, yes. And in a few minutes, I was standing at the square, pulling myself together. I just had to make the final decision before I entered the forest, moving past the pioneers' cabins down the forest path towards the abandoned camp. I set forth. Electronic told me that the old building was built immediately after I hit my microphone after the war. It looked like a kindergarten, or like a barracks, I expected, and definitely could hold fewer pioneers than today's camp. It had been abandoned for about 20 years. Damn! It was now totally dark, and I decided I'm going to leave this episode here. So, remember to like, subscribe, comment, click on that notification button. I'll see all of you beautiful people in the next video. Bye bye!